Incremental greetings. Let's continue the Supermemo course, in this case about the suggested or recommended articles about Supermemo, incremental reading, and some sort.
In these pages, you will probably find all the informations you need.
What he just shown is Incremental Learning Manual. More or less in other words, the manual how to use Supermemo, which is quite extensive already.
If you don't, again, ask in Discord. I would recommend reading this.
That Supermemo, remember? That's the Supermemo Guru website, the one from Piotr Wozniak. It's all over the place, so it's a mixture of Supermemo, the software, the philosophy behind the software, and probably the schooling. He's very active, and so on. There are some of those articles that eventually I will read out loud. I will do narrative videos because I want to practice English, spoken English. So eventually when I do that, I will link those videos. What I suggest, 20 rules of formulation. It's very likely that if you used Anki or any other space repetition app, you know these already. Then I will suggest semantic learning, learn drive, natural creativity cycle, the problem with then the pleasure of learning, how to solve any problem, the simple formula for high intelligence or the genius checklist. This is already quite a lot. Then, if you care about self-directed learning, so you want to use Supermemo for other than the school system on your own, then I suggest all of the other ones. Problem with the schooling, the IQ is a dismal measure of intelligence, precocity paradox, and everything in the section of education.
Problem of schooling and
Within Supermemo Guru website.
pleasure of learning as one of your first items in your agenda.
Fun fact, it was the first one I read. And I read on Chrome without using any software because I was still not a Supermemo user. That article, The Pleasure of Learning, changed my life. If now I use Supermemo, and today I'm sharing this with you, it's because this article resonated with me. At 2 a.m. on the couch, after I lost my job, I had nothing. After having studied 2 bachelor degrees, 3 master's degrees, quitting my PhD, with no prospects of a good future, I was depressed. The most depressed I have ever been in my life. And I came across the pleasure of learning. This saved my life. I was born again. It's a big deal. Check it out.
Not first items, because in Supermemo an item is a flashcard and a topic is a block of text. So be careful with the definitions. And that's it for today. So a warning. Okay, guys.
Okay. So for now, that's all from his video. What I will suggest, so my meta suggestion is that for Supermemo, just stay within Supermemo, so the guru or the help for now. And then if you want space repetition and from other sources. But I will keep it simple because I want to focus on the mindset, the philosophy behind it. So it will be nice if you just start focusing on Supermemo. It's not a restriction, it's just a recommendation. Because the articles are already massive, are long. You will need a lot of time for that. But it will be easier for you to grasp, okay, now I have read that, I did understand what they say in a cognitive level. Now that I put into practice, now makes sense, and all of that. So if you narrow down the articles just on the sphere of Supermemo, it will be easier to go there. You won't need that much time. But feel free to check any other article about incremental reading, or space repetition, or Supermemo. What I do suggest, even if they are super old, are some blogs of Supermemo users. You can do that anytime or after finishing the course. On top of the official documentation from Supermemo, I really suggest a few blogs. Those are for long-term users of Supermemo, longer than me, and it's especially useful because of the soft skills. So instead of this feature, it's done here like this, like there, like in this course, at some degree, is based on their knowledge, their expertise they have built across the years. Supermemo Adventures, this is from Little Fish Chan, or the Flasher guy. He has been using Supermemo for language learning for almost 2 decades now. So you could get a lot of insights from that. Another one is Procedural Supermemo from George, again, a long-term user. That more or less he reinvented incremental writing. You have some examples here of procedural, something that is not declarative knowledge, how you can apply it by math, music instruments, and so on. There's not much content. Most of the content is from 2010, but it's still applicable. And for the same author, George, or Georgios Zorinos, George for English speakers, you have his website, and he has used special edition with teaching in the classroom and some other things. Let me see. Yeah, this is more up to date. It's more recent. Building the big picture. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mentioned. Naive and wise simplicity. Good analogies for understanding. So it's a good approach. I really suggest those. That again, it's within the scope of Supermemo still. This will take quite a lot of time to read everything. And remember, you don't have to. See you in the next video.